together.
So talk me through what we've got for nibbles. So these are all from the books behind us, right? So we've got one from the Naked Chef, and then the Yorkshire pudding ones from this one over here.
Britain, Jamie's Britain.
This one here.
Absolutely, yeah. So like we're going to rack out a whole load of food. This was like 10 to 12 years ago. So this is basically mini Yorkshire puddings with like smoked trout, sour cream, lemon juice, herbs, delicious. You just load it and it's just so good to eat. This one was from the veg book, which is this one. And, you know, it's basically roasted aubergines, just like seasoned up, and you have it with like, you know, pomegranates, feta, delicious. And that was, yeah, that's the first time I did a veggie book. I mean, actually, people asked me to do a veggie book for maybe 10 years.
Really?
But yeah, probably 65% of all the recipes I've ever written were veggie, but they wanted their own book.
Right, okay.
So I did it.
I feel like that's good though, because I feel like you could even make these, and then if you do want to add meat into it, it's super easy to. So
I think so, but also the nice thing about books is people want a promise. And you can do a bit of everything, but they love a promise. So I think each one of the, you know, there's comfort food there. You know, this was the vegetarian vegan book. You know, this was like about saving money, like really good value meals. So generally speaking, every book has a kind of promise.
yeah, it's got a pair.
And yeah, that's 25 years of hard work.
I know.
So much hard work.
Worth it though, and obviously we're here to celebrate today. We've obviously got some amazing guests. So obviously Chanel and Johnny, you're going to be cooking as well today, aren't you? So obviously we're going to be doing some of your new recipes from your new book, and the guys are actually going to do their own twist, because you guys do content creation as well, right? Yeah. So you're going to put your own little twist on it that you don't actually know about. You don't know
No,
what
I
the
have
twist
no
is.
idea. So I've by default set a task with a £1 Wonder, which is my new book that comes out in September. They've taken the kind of vibes of that and they've done their own version, and that's what cooking's all about, right? So we've only just met, but I'm aware of them on TikTok. But we were just sort of saying how you guys have just like thrived since lockdown, really, and cooking in your own kitchen. I mean, how's it been for you guys?
A whirlwind in the space of a year. It just kind of felt like, went from cooking in the kitchen to cooking for people all around the world, sharing recipes that are Caribbean influenced for me, for my family heritage, and just enjoying it as well and bringing joy to people's lives during lockdown.
And
really.
that Caribbean heritage, I mean, there's still loads of people that don't know about the flavours, the spices, and how you sort of look at food. Have you found that really interesting, sharing that with me?
Yep. When you can combine Caribbean flavors with any sort of dishes, like you can combine Italian, Korean, Asian flavors, and you can just bring them together to make really exciting dishes. So I've just enjoyed really doing that on TikTok.
Well, I always think, I mean, obviously, with respect, if it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if you love food, it's wicked to share your experiences.
If you want any other of Jamie's books, they're all in the basket, but if you want one, you have to wait till September, unfortunately. But you can win this in our amazing giveaway. We've given away 2 already, and we've got another 8 to give away. And also, I think we're going to be doing more giveaways. We've got a 5 ingredients recipe coming super soon. Are you guys ready for me over there?
What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to make like a classic dish. It's from 5 ingredients. It's a beautiful recipe. It's absolutely delicious. It's like a greens spaghetti. It's kind of like a play on a pesto. It's utterly delicious. And I'm going to do the version from the book. And you're going to do, you've just gone vegan, haven't you?
I have, yeah. About a few weeks ago, I'm going to do a little twist. So I'm changing the parmesan and ricotta.
Yeah.
I'll talk, we'll talk.
We'll talk about that when it goes.
Go, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So
perfect.
We're both going to kind of mirror each other, and then when it gets veganized, he's going to do his thing.
Try and explain why somebody would do that.
First thing we need to do, it's a 10-minute meal, right? And 10 minutes good for you?
Very good.
Nice and quick. This is a really delicious, comforting pasta dish. It's a great way of getting the good stuff, greens, into your life, but making it feel really, really, really delicious. So we're going to go half a pack of pasta. That takes normally about 10, 11 minutes. So this goes in. I find that if you twist the pasta like this, then when it goes in the pan, it kind of like goes in such a way that it doesn't stick together. We've salted this, so this will be good for like 2 adults, easy. So we'll season the water. And then as the pasta sort of falls down, I'm going to put the first ingredient in, super easy, 4 cloves of garlic. You like garlic?
I love garlic.
So garlic, like super tasty. When you boil the garlic, like it makes it really mild and creamy. And like, you know, in 8 or so minutes, it's going to be perfect. So the pasta's in. We're working with 1 pan, so less washing up, which is really, really good. I'll just put the lid on that to kind of get it boiling again. And at this point, we're the same, right? Pasta.
Well, so I'm using wild garlic just because at the moment, you know, we have loads of nice vegetables and.
Let's show everyone.
Yeah, here we go. Exactly.
So, same family, but cousins, really, right? And you're using the leaves.
I'm using
nice and sweet.
It's a peak season, exactly. So I'm using the leaves. I'm also going to blanch them with the pasta, but I'm just going to give them 30 seconds towards the end because they won't need as long as the garlic cloves. So
absolutely.
yeah, exactly.
So you can see it's boiling. Let's just talk about greens. Like I find, are you good at eating your veg?
I do actually. I really like broccoli.
Look who's just turned up behind you. Everyone. Gennaro Contaldo's in the house.
I just want to check it. Yeah, wow.
Gennaro, we're getting him introduced to TikTok, and we're going to get you your own account. We're going to get you sorted.
100%. You wanted to do a dance earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. People love it. He's going to be all over TikTok. Don't worry. We're going to get the greens in. Now, over here, we've got a whole bunch of greens. Like, probably the most common greens that you guys see in the supermarkets all the time is kale, right? Often people think greens are, like, boring. Oh, you know, like, it's a classic joke. But this method, you can use any greens you like. Spinach, chard. This is Cavolo Nero. So just take the stalks off of your greens, and then 4 minutes of cooking, and we're going to make this delicious, vivid green, luminous pesto. So at this stage, we're
I'm
both
still
the
with
same.
you. I'm still with you. I'm using only Cavolo Nero. You also, yeah, just Cavolo Nero, perfect. So I'm actually, the only twist I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the stems. What I've got here in the back are just a few breadcrumbs. Because
Yeah.
obviously later on you're going to use cheese.
Yeah.
So instead of topping it with ricotta, I'm going to top it with an Italian pancreatato.
Yeah.
So the stems, I'm going to use as a little crunch in there.
So no waste as well.
no waste
and
as well.
Very,
exactly.
very good
there
for
we go.
you.
Yeah.
So probably, I mean, with the vegan flavors, you're probably going to be using a few more ingredients, right? To sort of
I'm going to
bolster
use
the
a couple.
flavour.
Yeah, I've got my little friend here, so I'm going to talk about that one later. It's a
Okay.
big one. But yeah, exactly. So I think you have when it comes to vegan cooking, plant-based cooking, you have to sort of work a little bit harder sometimes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not undermining
So
obviously.
does that mean you're cheating?
Exactly. I'm cheating a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, equally, right? Using Parmesan is such an amazing tool,
Yeah.
flavor-wise.
Yeah.
So I'm somehow thinking, how can I get around that and
Yeah.
use something that somehow gives you this umami.
So you need, so absolutely. So I'm using Parmesan.
You already, oh God, you already
I'm
have.
burning the greens, bro.
Hey.
That pasta's half cooked. So for me, in my mind, when I was writing this book, I was thinking, look, people haven't got much time. They don't want to do loads of washing up, and they don't want too many ingredients. So we're boiling the pasta. At the same time, we cook the garlic, and then we're kind of like simple cooking the greens. And then everyone seems to love pesto these days, like just beautiful, simple, delicious. So I love these. I think having a liquidizer, no matter what age, like, you know, my kitchen was pretty much set up the same now as it was 30 years ago
Really?
when I had my first flat. Absolutely. So having things like a pestle and mortar, having a liquidizer, you know, a good chopping board. These are the basic bits of kit, and like a nice knife, as you saw Julius
Here we
using.
go, just demonstrate
You
it.
know, really, really simple.
Yeah.
So look, how's your cooking skills, by the way?
I'm not bad. I'm a quick cook. I do like cooking, but
Yeah.
it's not like a hobby, I'd say. It's more like I like to eat fresh food, but I want to do it quickly.
Absolutely. Well, look, this is full of goodness. Those greens are nearly half cooked. I mean, it's probably a good time to go over to Julius. Like, I'm grating my Parmesan. Do you want to talk to you about
What I'm using instead.
Yeah, what are you doing?
So what I'm doing, at the moment, I'm making my pancreatato. So it's basically, this is just sourdough bread blitzed up. One slice. So you just blitz it up until it's kind of broken down into rough breadcrumbs, and then
Yeah.
I'm going to toast them in a little bit of olive oil with the stems that I chopped. So you don't have the waste, and the sourdough obviously gives a really nice depth and crunchiness. A little bit of olive oil and the garlic clove are going in there.
Beautiful.
But when we talk about Parmesan, that's a whole different topic. So, may I introduce to you?
Go on.
I think it's really exciting when it comes to plant-based food, and hopefully in the future more part of plant-based cooking. And this is, we know it all, it's a miso, but this is a British miso. So this is not made with soybeans, and it doesn't come from far away. It's not imported, and there's loads of air miles, but it's made with British peas. So it's
Okay.
also a way of preserving seasons, right? Because you have peas at the peak.
Yeah.
Season.
Let me just
And then-
mic you up.
hello.
properly. Pray tell, so the British miso, how can we get this? You get it online? Like,
At the moment, I think it's more about like getting people excited that these things could exist. It's really hard to get. You can get it online. You can get it from smaller producers, but I think we have to drive a demand and say, okay, this is really what we need.
well,
Yeah.
look, I'm going to sort of get on with the next stage of the recipe.
Yeah, of course.
And you tell me when you're doing your bit different.
I'm just
So-
going to drop in the wild garlic for 30 seconds, and I'm going to join you.
Perfect. So I'm now going to use the tongs here just to put it into a liquidizer. No spaghetti, of course. Just the greens. If a little bit of water goes with it, that's fine. We haven't overcooked the greens, so all the nutrients, all the colour, and then what I have on my board is obviously the grated Parmesan, which my kids absolutely love. Parmesan's such a wicked cheese. Don't buy the pre-grated stuff. Get the block. It tastes completely different. Saskia, you good, darling?
I'm good. I'm just looking at the recipe. So this only takes 13 minutes.
13 minutes, yeah, I mean, which is essentially the time. The timer in this recipe is the time it takes to cook the pasta, which is about 11 to 12 minutes, depending on the brand that you've got. So I'm pulling out the garlic cloves here. So 4 garlic cloves, if I can find them, with my little tongs. By the way, these tongs, wicked. That's a nice little trick to get as well. Last little, there he is.
So you have to search for the garlic cloves.
I know, yours is easier.
That's my advantage now.
There we go.
Making up time. So
So
there we go.
what I do now is go in with the Parmesan cheese, a nice handful, a little squeeze of lemon juice, and a little drizzle of olive oil. Now, to drizzle the olive oil is my best friend and my mentor, the one and only Gennaro Contaldo. The matrix of cooking. And I worked for him when I was 18 years old. He gave me my first job. And now we're best mates. We've done everything together. We've been around the world. We've seen a few things.
Yes,
so what I'm going to do is put the lid on and whiz it up. It takes 30 seconds, not even that.
While you do this, I'm going to head back over there so I don't pick this up on my mic and take the book with me.
Come over.
Okay, I'm coming back. Right, we're going back over to Jamie. I'm going to go get a fork.
You're going to love this.
I'm coming.
So we've just whizzed it up. No time at all. Look at the colour of that. That goes on the spaghetti. Of course, you can use any pasta that you like, what you've got left over. My main man...
Same thing happening over here. So we didn't lose any colour. That's a good thing so far.
No, absolutely not.
Perfect.
And we'll just toss that up. You've added... you've whizzed everything that we spoke about up in there.
There's a slice of bread in there. And instead of lemon juice, I used a bit of vinegar, white wine vinegar.
Beautiful. So look, I'm going to plate this up. And then I'm finishing it, because mine's not a vegan version, with a little ricotta, which is a cheese that you can get in supermarkets now. It's an Italian cheese. It's very light, very fresh. And it's quite a nice contrast to this. Look at the colour. Gennaro, look.
Jamia, oh my goodness.
Are you happy?
Very happy. Also, I'm up on the other one as well. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Bread
the ricotta.
Breadcrumbs are coming.
You never think you
Okay,
could
here we
use
go.
this one. No, it's all right.
Sorry.
So Gennaro, we should probably get you to try
Yeah.
the vegan version, because you've never tried the vegan version before, have you?
Not really. No.
I can hear the interest.
Oh, okay, let me just try a little fork. Can I?
Hold on. Not done just yet.
Just leave me some inside here, and then I can use it. What about the juice?
Hold on. So this one is not quite finished. So I actually forgot to add a garlic clove, or you can add wild garlic.
Okay.
But in true TV style and fashion, here's a batch I made earlier. So I'm just gonna cheat that one in.
Good lad.
But the only difference is it's got a clove of garlic in there, so a little extra crunch and punch on top. Let me get a spoon to use properly.
I quite like it.
So look, over here, lovely people, here's the book, 5 ingredients. Here's the plate, here's the book, here's Saskia, and here is a table of people. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Would you like to try this? Let me just grab this.
You mean the
if I
middle?
do the top table, you like to do the bottom table?
Of course, sounds good.
Let's go.
You know you have to follow us now. Oh yeah, this is for you.
Ah, this
Hold on.
is for me.
Go on, girl. So, Saskia,
Thank you very much.
there you go.
Thank
now,
you.
can you tell us about the competition? What's the
Absolutely.
score there?
So we're actually giving away 10 of your brand new books that I'm not actually allowed to see. So we're giving away 10 signed copies of your brand new one. But we're also going to give away one of these, I think. Do you think we should give away one of these?
I'm up for signing
Yeah?
anything, getting it out to people.
Amazing.
No worries at all.
So guys, if you